What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It is Saturday, the 22nd of June, 2024, and we are about to dive in to the latest news surrounding Arsenal Football Club, as we usually do. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn the notification bells on. All of that. It is transfer season, so we will be looking at latest transfer news. There's actually a lot of movement in the market as we speak. A number of teams active. The only team that doesn't seem that active right now is Arsenal. Unless these delusional reports that are coming out about us on the verge of signing Viktor Gyökeres are serious and are genuine, then maybe we are active. Who knows? We're going to find out today, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, do subscribe, all of that. This is Edu Daily. Yeah, big up the gang. Edu Daily. We are back for another one. Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal. Is it happening? We're going to find out today. Xavi Simons confirms PSG exit, and he tells the world he is going to let everyone know who is going to be joining after the Euros. Interested to see who that could be. Is it Arsenal? We were being linked with him a few days ago. A loan move, potentially. A loan move for Xavi Simons. Scored a beautiful goal yesterday. Ruled offsides, VAR intervened. It took about 5 minutes for them to find out what was going on. You know what VAR's like when Englishmen are involved. When Englishmen are involved, it takes about 20 million years to get a decision. And it was a dead game yesterday, man. Dead game. Netherlands and France, 0-0, ball draw. And it's so mad. Like, it said it before the game. It said, loads of people's predictions were suggesting that France were going to draw that game because without Mbappe, they can't score or win. Should have put your money down on that, guys. Big up Matt in the building. Big up Miss Amina in the building. Big up Shax in the building. We've got Robbo in the building. We've got John Ray in the building. We've got my guy Johan. Yes, Wax. How's the head after the summer fruits? Blood. Yeah, I'm good. I'm very, very good, man. Got the coffee. Got the coffee gang settings, as we usually do. Black coffee, obviously no milk in that. No, we took that out. No dairy. Big up Ravi, big up Afo in the building. We've got the guys joining. Big up my guy Alex, man like Matt. I see you guys, man. I see you guys. Brand envelope gang, come on. Big up every single one of you. Hit the like button. We've got some interesting stories that we are going to be talking about this morning. Before we actually touch on Arsenal, no Diddy, we are going to be looking at other transfers, man, because teams are active, man. Teams are active, and I just want to know what's going on, how active teams are, who's signing who, so on and so forth. So fasten your seatbelts. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend so far. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin could be on his way to Nottingham Forest, according to Luke Edwards. Not Nottingham Forest, Newcastle. What am I talking about? To Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, bloody hell. Newcastle are pushing ahead with a deal to sign Everton striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So that means Eddie Nketiah is not going to Newcastle then. You know, they're not interested in Eddie, are they? We can't do any swap deal for Bruno Gyökeres using Eddie as part of the exchange. Definitely not. They're looking at Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We do know that Newcastle need a striker. You know, they've got Isak, they've got, Callum Wilson, but they do need a third one. It's been suggested in the press over the past couple of weeks that they did want to sign a third one, hence why some people would have probably linked Eddie with those rumors, but nah, Eddie's definitely not going to Newcastle. You've also got this one here, Maatsen to Aston Villa for 37 million, and Amari Kellerman to Chelsea for 19 million will be formally completed as separate deals. So Chelsea are taking one of Aston Villa's youngers for 19 million pounds. Wow. So people are going to say, oh, well, Wax, this means if they can sell a younger for 19 million pounds, then surely Edu can get 25 million for Eddie Nketiah. Surely. Who the hell is Amari Kellyman? Who is he? I've never heard of him before. Never heard of him. Is this someone that Aston Villa or Unai Emery has been playing? He's 18 years old. He's had, how many games he played? He's played 2 games in the Premier League this season. So Unai Emery has gave him a debut at 18 years old. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Unai Emery is giving youngers debuts. This is the reason why Dewberry out the door. We done the stream last night, late night waffle. Big up the guys that joined me for that. Talking about Arsenal and their incompetent selves, struggling to give young players opportunities. Haven't had a graduation within 5-6 years. It's been a long time, and now we've got players rejecting contracts at Arsenal. Our young players, our youth players, not just one, not just two, not just three, but several young youth players are rejecting contracts at Arsenal, and it's extremely questionable. And here you've got Aston Villa, Unai Emery selling unknown dons for £19 million. Okay, all right. The guys had 2 games in the Premier League. Interesting. Here at Arsenal, the buzzword is development. Let the young players develop. Let the young players develop. Let's not give them any minutes. Let's let them develop. This is crazy, man. And then you've got this one here, Chelsea with another young Brazilian player officially done. Willian Estavo. Deal between Chelsea and Palmeiras will be for future achievements. But that's a done deal. How comes Edu hasn't got a Brazilian player over the line? In fact, the other Brazilian player that these man was on the verge of signing got stolen by Wolves. Wolves stole that signing, hijacked Chelsea. So Chelsea can be hijacked, yeah? Okay. They hijacked Chelsea for that guy Lima. His name's Lima. So interesting stuff. Ladies and gentlemen. What are Arsenal going to be doing? Will Arsenal be active? Seen a lot of clips going around with German police and Polish fans. Polish fans getting punched the hell out. Just getting fists up, like proper fists up. Crazy. Various different videos. All right, what else we got going on here? David Luiz still playing football. Look at him. Bloody hell. Plays for Flamengo. Bring him up. All right, so we've got this one, which is really interesting. Michael Olise agreeing a move to Bayern Munich. Now, this is extremely interesting. There's a lot of reports going around suggesting that he's still in talks with Manchester United and other teams, but he has agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich are now pushing forward to try and get a deal done. They've reached out to Crystal Palace. Fabrizio Romano let us know a couple of hours ago that Bayern Munich have made contact with Crystal Palace to proceed with the next steps of Michael Olise deal. Palace have also informed of Michael Olise's decision to join Bayern Munich with personal terms already agreed. Understand that final package expected to be £50 million. So you're telling me that Bayern Munich is signing Michael Olise for £50 million? Ben White money. Yeah, Ben White money for Michael Olise, ladies and gentlemen. Ben White money. Please. Big up Moses, big up Sean, big up Zach Visions in the building, big up my guy Darth Vader as well. Big up Sergio. I see you, broski. Big up Naruto, big up Ace 12, big up all the guys that are joining, big up Ashley Pope, big up Georgie, big up 170 Gunner, big up Motta, big up Willow, big up all you guys, man. Come on, hit up the like button. Yeah, Chelsea getting hijacked. Yep. Chelsea getting hijacked. They can be hijacked. Yeah, we haven't been in for Michael Olise. I know. There has been, like, our name's been in the conversation. Like, anytime, publications are talking about Michael Olise, and Arsenal's name's been in the conversation. Whether Arsenal have been serious about trying to get Michael Olise done, I mean, that's a different story. But the media have always put Arsenal in the conversation. Now, if the player is going for 50 million and you are looking at an attacking winger, remember, after we pulled out of the Benjamin Sesko deal, we were told that we're looking at central midfielder, we're looking at right winger or a winger, or attacking winger. That's what we got told. Now, come on. If you're looking for an attacking winger, then how are you not looking at Michael Olise? Or maybe we're signing Eze, but then Eze plays more of a number 8. Michael Olise is the attacking winger. So why would you not be looking at Michael Olise for £50 million? I'm telling you, Arsenal don't have the money. Arsenal don't have the money. People think Arsenal got the money. I've been telling you. Got podcasts sitting there doing up 200 million pound war chest podcasts. What? Oh yeah, let's spend 200 million and put together a team of players. Okay. What land you living on? You know what I mean? Arsenal don't have 200 million to spend on players right now. Otherwise, we would be in a conversation for Dons. We would be in a conversation for Dons. You don't let a Michael Olise be on the market for 50 million and you ain't in the convo. And I'm not talking about from a media perspective. I'm talking about really, really in the convo. You know, you're out there speaking to the agent, trying to get something done, trying to find where the player's head's at. Where does the player want to be? I always thought that Michael Olise would want to go to Manchester United. I'm pretty sure that's the club he supported growing up. But they're a shit show right now. They're a shit show. You know, Crystal Palace battered them 4-0 last season. Like, Michael Olise took the piss out of them. So why would he want to go there? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I don't know why Arsenal wouldn't have been in the conversation, but Michael Olise apparently has agreed terms with Bayern Munich. So let's see how it goes. Decent move for him. Can you imagine Michael Olise and Musiala linking up? Bro, the amount of time and space that these men get on the ball over in the Bundesliga. Bro, Michael Olise is gonna become over. He's gonna become 150, 200 million pound player, like literally within one season. The guy's gonna do a mad thing in Bundesliga if he goes over there. All right, let's move on. Sorry, I'm just trying to find more reports here. Juventus could offer Federico Chiesa to Manchester United in exchange for Mason Greenwood. This is according to reports coming out in Italy. Yeah, Mason Greenwood's sad situation, isn't it? I know Manchester United fans would love to see Greenwood at their football club, but you know, it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult. It's difficult. It does look like he's wanted by a lot of big clubs. Atletico Madrid interested. Barcelona have looked at Mason Greenwood. Juventus now in the race for Mason Greenwood. Various other teams. You know, he's a quality player. He will find himself at a big club. I mean, he's probably better off at another club than Manchester United, to be fair. Let's be real. You know, they've got a process to go through another 3-4 years, mate. Could be wrong. Could be next year. You never know. Premier League is so unpredictable. But yeah, Mason Greenwood, man. But if they was to get Chiesa, that would be interesting. Would Federico Chiesa actually want to join Manchester United, though? I think this is just paper talk, really, isn't it? It's just like bit of gas. After Michael Olise deal collapsed, Chelsea are still keen on bringing in 2 more attackers in the summer transfer window, according to Fabrizio Romano. Enzo Maresca expected to have at least 1 more striker and 1 more winger. In addition to this, Chelsea will soon sign Estavo, which has been confirmed today, this afternoon, literally about 10 minutes ago. But look at these guys. Look at this guy. This Don right here. Who is he? Who is he? Big Belly Bowley's partner. It's his partner. That's the guy that he pushed into the closet. Wan-Bissaka looks like he's going to be leaving as well, going to Galatasaray. That's going to be interesting. It means Manchester United will be signing a new right back. They've got Dalot, but I think they need to improve on Dalot, in all fairness. Who will they be signing, though? Manchester United. How much money do they have? Interesting. Okay, we're going to move on to some Arsenal content now, ladies and gentlemen. Do hit that like button, do subscribe to the channel, all of that type of stuff. Southgate being called out for his disgusting football by young players calling out Southgate for his dead football. That's crazy. West Ham fear Mohamed Kudus will ask to leave this summer. He's only been there for a year. It's not even a year yet. Did he sign last summer? Last summer he signed. He's already going to ask. He's already to leave. He's already to push for that move. Maybe it could be Arsenal. Who knows? I see some racist video going around, actually. Let's share this. Yeah, before we move on to Arsenal, let's share this. Football Fights. Big up the Football Fights Twitter account. They've always got some interesting clips going around. But this was a black don in Germany trying to get on a train. And Serbians, and you know what? I'm seeing a lot of racist stuff going around about the Serbians, you know. And I'm not really feeling it. You know, Dusan Vlahovic is one of my dons, bruv. Yeah. Dusan Vlahovic and Milenkovic Savic, they're my dons, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But I've been seeing a lot of footage and a lot of clips over the past couple of days of Serbians on some racist thing. Seriously, blood. It's disgusting. It is vile, blood. They need to sort themselves out. They need to sort themselves out. What type of world are we living on? Or what type of planet are we living on? What type of world are we living in? This world is crazy, man. This is absolutely disgusting, absolutely diabolical, you know, vile behavior. But this guy was trying to get on the train. Let's actually watch this. Let's watch the footage here. Let's watch this footage. Big up this Don, though. He wasn't having it. Bang man in his jaw, all of that. But listen, we need to stop with this racist stuff, man. We're all human beings at the end of the day. We all live, sleep, shit the same. We eat the same. We do everything the same. We pray to God. We do all of this stuff. Why do we have to care about skin color? Does that make any sense? How delusional are we? Like, how pathetic are we, blood? It actually winds me up when I think about it. Like, we need to snap out of this, bro. We need to snap out of this. This is a program that has been deployed thousands of years ago, and we haven't woken up, bro. Not even thousands, hundreds of years ago, some stupid program was put out into the fucking world, and people bought into that program, and now we can't wake up. We can't snap out of it. Fuck's sake. It's so annoying, though. It is really annoying, man. Yeah, this was in Germany yesterday. This is in Germany yesterday, this happened. Yeah. Man, listen, the maddest thing is, what actually happened, because I read more of the story, is we're going to watch this clip now, yeah? But more to the story is the man was on the train. So this black man that we can see, he was on the train. But he was obviously in a position whereby it was a bit tight. It was a bit squished up. And these Serbians, they didn't want him on the train. So what they've done is they grabbed him and they dashed him off the train. They dashed him off the train. So he's like, raw, but one of them actually tried to punch him on the train, and they spat in his face whilst he was on the train. They spat in his face, blood. This is absolute vile. Why? Why did it have to be like this? Why, man? But anyway, let's watch this shit. Let's watch this shit, bruv. Obviously, I don't think you can hear the audio, but you can see obviously the visuals. Yeah, it's just annoying, man. It's fucking annoying, bruv. It's so annoying, man. Like, I can't, I just don't get these people, man. Snap out of that, bro. Snap out of it. How does one snap out of it? Racism is just hate. Big up Sergio. King Bug says, if I speak. Zach says, it's so archaic. All the advancements we have made, and this still happens. That's what I'm saying. It's ignorance. It's the lack of. It's not even a lack of knowledge. Like, you know, like you can't even. I'm like, it gets to a point. You see when people say, "Oh, it's education, though." Yeah, is it education? Is it fucking education? Are you telling me that man are that stupid? No. It's not education. It's not education. It's not education, bro. It's not education. Like, this is like, it's intentional, bro. It's actually intentional. Even with like not even like, see, there's two kind of ways of this. There's like, you can aggressively try and have a fight with someone, and you can be deemed, yep, racist. He's doing it because he's racist, blah blah blah. But there's the people out there that actually take the piss out of people, where they're being sarcastic. They're actually trying to act like they're, oh my god, you no, look, like they're trying to act like you're, but really they're taking a piss. I can't explain it, man. I'm not really good at explaining things clearly. It just needs to stop anyway. It just needs to stop. What's it going to take for it to stop? What are we going to have to do for this shit to stop? What do we have to do? You know what I mean? Big up all the guys though. Make sure we are hitting the like button, do subscribe, all of that. Big up the people that are watching. Big up all the people that are watching. Make sure we are hitting that like button. Come on, man. Hit that like button. Get me over 100 likes on this video. There's well over 100 people in this stream. We are moving on to Arsenal content right now, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Fasten your seatbelts. We've got Viktor Gyökeres. We've got Xavi Simons. We've got various different players that we're going to be talking about. So hit that like button. Okay, let's start with this, and this is what I've been telling you, man. And I told you guys last night that I was going to tell you, man, about this today. Okay, so here we are. Cool. Let's switch over. Fabrizio Romano, and exactly what Wax Online's already been saying. You might as well call me the real Fabrizio Romano, because he's only regurgitating what I've already told you, man. Yeah, and I've been saying this for months. Yeah, so let's get into this anyway, and it will sink in. On Arsenal, he says the priority right now at the Emirates is to complete some outgoings. Yeah. Oh, the priority now. Oh, you guys wasn't listening to your brother, yeah? Your guy wasn't listening to your guy, yeah? You wasn't listening to me when I was telling you this from January. You wasn't listening to me when I was telling you this. Arsenal need to get rid of players first. Arsenal can't splash big money because they have to get an ROI, blood. Edu is under pressure. Yeah, this football team comes with ROI. You think Stan Kroenke and these dons are sitting there dishing out money willy-nilly? You think that's what they're doing? Oh, yeah, there you go, Arteta. There's another 250. There's another 250. We'll keep giving you 250 mil. And whilst you're there, you don't need to sell anyone. Just terminate everyone's contract. Yeah, let them run their contracts down. You can run them down. You can go for free. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry, bro. We'll spite each other. We'll have champagne. We'll pop champagne after that. Yeah. And we'll win nothing at the end of it. Yay! No. The game don't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the game doesn't work like that. This is business, and business is about return on investment. When you are running a project and you talk about youth projects, whatever project it is, it has to come with an ROI. It's a return on investment, and there's only two ROIs for Arsenal, for Arteta, for Edu. Those two ROIs, which I've been telling you, is trophies or player sales. Yeah, that's it, player sales. So here we go. People know. I've been telling, man, for ages. So the focus has to be, and this is the reason why I've been concerned about Edu. This is the reason why I've been saying for the past weeks, and I know the regulars in the chat will know, where are the plans for these frauds to get out the door? Where the plans? Oh no, it's a delusional plan. We think we're going to sit there and sell Eddie Nketiah for 35 million. We're trying to get ESR at the door for 35 million. Yeah. Come on, man. This is the problem. The problem is on the screen right now. We can see them. We've got two problems. We've got one that's struggling to get a team over the line, and we've got one that's struggling to understand how to identify a player, or how to get a deal done, or how to even value a fucking player. You understand? This is an absolute joke. And like I've been telling you guys, the priority for Arsenal, the focus has to be, before we start putting money down on the table. We gave Declan Rice 100 million, or West Ham 100 million last season. We're trying to find, remember in January when they told us that we're trying to find the money to pay David Raya, or to pay Brentford for David Raya? Oh yeah, we have to find that money from somewhere. Whew, it's look, man, it was obvious that selling players was the first thing that Arsenal had to do. Now, the only way, in my opinion, I think I said this to you guys yesterday, the only way that Arsenal will be able to start splashing money first before those players get sold is if they've got something in the pipeline that is guaranteed the players to sell in this window. So if I know that Fulham and Crystal Palace are coming in to take every single one of our players that we've got on the transfer market, then maybe I could give you money early, and then, but even then, I still couldn't trust this guy. You see this guy in the red tie? Yeah, you see Edu. You see this guy with the red tie? You probably couldn't even trust him. Because now what you have to look as the owners. Look, this is what's confusing, and people are not really understanding as well. As the owners, I want to allocate money. I want to continue to increase the value of the operation. I want to continue to give you money to spend on players. That's what we always want to do. But when you ain't giving me an ROI, when you ain't selling players, I start questioning what's going on with that department. So now Edu knows. Edu's been under pressure for the past couple of months to sell players. Now, the only problem is for Edu is that, and the problem's for the owners, because it's obviously now going to become a problem for the owners, is that he hasn't valued the players at the right value, in my opinion. This is my opinion as well, ladies and gentlemen, okay? He hasn't valued the players at the right value. So if you sit there with Stan Kroenke and say, all right, we project 120 million from the sales of these players, then Stan Kroenke could say, okay, cool, I might give you an extra 80 million now then to play with, so you can go and get players that you want. But you need to make sure that we get that 140 that you projected, or close to the 140 at least. Yeah. But the problem is Edu hasn't valued them properly. So you've got an owner that's sitting there thinking, fuck this, I'm leaving this all to you, bro. I'm leaving this all to you. You come back to me and you tell me what the numbers are looking like once these frauds are at the door. But I'm telling you now, the budget for you, Edu, is about 70 million until you can get me an ROI of these players. Now, Edu and Arteta, you remember, they're not being told what players they have to sell. They know they don't want Reece Nelson. They know they don't want ESR. They know they don't want Lukonga. They know they don't want these players. So they're the ones that they're focused on. But the problem for them is that how these players have been managed over the past couple of years hasn't been great. None of them have really proved themselves. None of them have really had minutes to even demonstrate how qualified they are. So you're just kind of, what we're doing right now is we're valuing them based on the fact that, okay, these guys are English, and okay, they had potential 4 years ago. We're just going to base it on that potential. They still must have it. Without actually looking at the true reality of the matter and saying to yourself, actually, this guy isn't good enough. He hasn't had any minutes for us to even increase the value of his fee. We're just going to have to accept what the market dictates to us. Now, what the market is dictating for Reece Nelson and for Eddie Nketiah is about 10 million, bro. 10 million. So you sitting there talking about 30 million. You sitting there going to the owner saying, oh, yeah, we're going to sell Eddie Nketiah for 30 million is delusion. Because you're going to... Guys, this is it. This is so complicated for a lot of people. It's so all over the place. There's a lot going on when it comes to how these people are trying to run this operation and what goes into the operation and what needs to come out of the operation. And right now, Edu is clearly showing a strong level of incompetence when it comes to selling players, when it comes to valuing players. And that is causing a problem for Arsenal fans. It's causing a problem for Arteta. It's causing a problem for everyone at Arsenal, because we can't sign the players that we want. We're pulling out of deals. We letting Benjamin Sesko sign, extensions or sign new contracts. Like, we're just not serious, bro. We're just not serious. And what makes it even worse is that we've had this plan since January, bro. We spent no money in January, and then we got told in January we got a clear plan, which we've been told back-to-back seasons now. That's two Januaries where we've been told we've got a clear plan. And then we got told a few weeks ago or a few months ago that Edu's got a book of over 180 different pages of players. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. But it doesn't sit right with me. And everything that I've been telling you over the past couple of weeks is starting to come to fruition, because Fabrizio Romano, even though I feel like this guy is a fraud, he is confirming what we've been saying. Arsenal's priority right now at the Emirates is to complete some outgoings. With Reece Nelson, one player expected to leave the club this summer. It has to be a priority because you haven't given me an ROI. Anyway, it goes on to say he will not be the only one. And while Arsenal look to sell some of their stars, some of their stars, what stars? Because like I said to you, this is what it might have to come down to. With the way things are looking, if and this is the reason why, oh, you know what? Forget that for a minute. But this is what it might actually come down to. Having to sacrifice one of the players that you signed. Forget ESR, forget Reece Nelson, forget Eddie Nketiah, because reality is going to slap you in the face, and reality is going to tell you for 3 of those players, you're probably going to get 30 mil. So ultimately, in order for you to, I don't know, achieve the number that you and the owners have set out, or whatever you told the owner, or whatever you've said, whatever the goal is, you're going to have to achieve that some other way. And that, unfortunately for us, ladies and gentlemen, comes with having to sacrifice one of the main men. One of the main men. We've seen this before, man. We've seen this before. You know, it didn't hurt us as much back in the day because we won the Premier League. You know, like you win the Premier League and you sell one of your top stars, you know, it doesn't hurt you as much. You'd be like, oh, you'd be a bit devastated. Don't get it twisted, but it won't hurt you as much because you're Premier League winners and you know, or you believe in your team to go out there and replace that player. Obviously, we went through that process of selling all of our top players every single season just to kind of balance the books. But we've been there before. Arsene Wenger had to sell Nicolas Anelka. Arsene Wenger had to sell Mark Overmars. He had to sell Emmanuel Petit. Those 3 players had to be sacrificed so we can go on and win the Premier League again. They had to be sacrificed in order for us to go to the next level. And that's a bit weird to say it because they were like 3 of the best players we had at the time, but that's just how the game had to work because of finances. And Arsenal, even at that period, they wasn't great at selling. Arsenal wasn't great at selling. Arsene Wenger literally changed the way Arsenal started selling players. He changed it. He changed it. Arsenal was selling players for like 800, 600 grand before Arsene Wenger come. Maybe like 2 million. I know they signed Ian Wright for about 2 mil, but peanut money. Peanut money. The moment Arsene Wenger came in, bro, we got one of his first sales are like 25 million. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But he done that with his own player. So is Edu and Mikel Arteta going to do that with their own player? Are they going to say, all right, cool, Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, sorry, man, we're going to have to sacrifice both of you guys. We need to get our money back for you guys. Or it's not even money back. You want to make a profit, innit? Arsene Wenger weren't getting his money back for Petit and Overmars. He paid like 9 million for the pair of them and sold them for about 30 million. Come on, man. Can we do that? Can we say right now, all right, if we put Ben White onto the market, we're going to get £100 million for Ben White? Like, this is crazy. It's crazy. Big up King. He says, can't we do player swaps? Villa got a good deal and Chelsea doing it too. Maybe Arsenal were looking at that. We were looking at that with Bruno Guimaraes. Maybe it's something Arsenal are doing. Big up Prime Henri. 25 million for Nelson is delusional. Absolutely. Just As says, Edu's been finessing KSC season after season. Summer 2024, it stops. You called it, Wax. There we go. This is what I'm telling you, man. People are listening. People are paying attention. Big up the real ones. The real ones. Edu has been finessing us. Not only has Edu tried to take these little tiny brown envelopes as well, but he's actually been incompetent. Like I said to you guys the other day, like what value does this fucking Brazilian fraud add to the team? What do you add? What do you add? You can't be getting 100k plus a week on your paycheck and not be adding any value. You're telling me you're taking losses every single fucking day because you're sending Edu all of these different countries and you're paying for that shit. This guy's at the Royal Ascot, that's dancing around with his fucking hat on. People think he's got 2 or 3 rabbits underneath there. I don't know what's going on. People actually think he's got tricks underneath his hat. He's going to pull something out from the Royal Ascot. Oh my God. This is crazy. Like, what value is Edu actually adding? We can instantly see what Unai Emery and I sorry guys, and I do apologize for the people that probably are fed up with hearing Unai Emery's name. But Unai Emery and the sporting director of Aston Villa, what they're cooking up, the dish that they've been cooking up ever since they've reconnected at Aston Villa has been on a next level. Let's be honest, man. Active. Tell me what Edu has done. You can't have been a sporting director and a technical director for a good part of 5 or 6 years, and you haven't sold anyone other than Balogun. No, 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 no. Sorry, 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 sorry. No, no, no. That's fucking P45, bro. This is what I told you. This is the summer where Edu has to prove himself. If he can't, I don't expect Edu to be here next summer. If Edu can't deliver this summer, I don't expect him to be here next summer. Come on, man. 5 years and no ROI of player sales. That's why they done the Balogun thing last summer. I'm telling you now, Mikel Arteta, they didn't want to sell Balogun. They did not want to sell Balogun last summer. They know Balogun's way better than Eddie. They know it. They knew it. They knew it. All the advisors, all the people that got around them were telling them. They know. But the reason why they had to sacrifice Balogun is because of the money. Because they need to show the owners that we are competent, that we know what we're doing, owners. Oh yeah, we're running a project Youth. We know what we're doing. Look, we just made 30 mil for Balogun. That's why they done it. They knew they put Eddie Nketiah on the market last summer. Who the fuck's going to come and sign Eddie Nketiah? No one. No one. You understand? So now it's about Edu proving himself as a sporting director. Are you the guy? Can you get deals over the line? But most importantly, can you sell players? Can you get us an ROI? That is the most important thing right now for Edu. Damn. Flipping Brazilian fraud. Wax, be quiet and back the manager. Wax, you are spitting facts. Big up my guy, Highbury's local badger. This man brought in a dog. That's who Edu signed. Edu signed the dog. He convinced Arteta on that dog. Big up Nico in the building. He says, it's okay, Wax. At least we've got a dog called Win. There we go, man. When it comes to contracts, Edu moving like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. The Terminator. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Big up Yayito. Arteta is the second best manager in the league. Edu needs help. Edu needs to help us win, man. Shake my head. Edu needs to get a bigger brain. I swear to you, man. He does, man. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't actually know what's going on, man. But yeah, let's move on because we've waffled about Edu for a minute now. And yeah, Reece Nelson, Reece Nelson. There's no interest. It's so funny that we're not seeing anything about Eddie. Yeah. As the days go by, we're not seeing nothing about Eddie. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. Where's Eddie Nketiah rumors? Where's Eddie Nketiah news? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Where's ESR and Eddie Nketiah news reports? Anything? All that barbecue smoke has polluted his brain. Clouded his judgment, I tell you. It's definitely clouded his judgment. Eddie Murphy isn't going anywhere. This is what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying. We're not going to sign a striker. Are we fools? No, of course we're not. Because of what I've just been explaining. Just because of what I've been explaining. So it goes to show you, if we don't sign a big ass striker, if we just come out and say, oh, sorry guys, we're just going to bring out one midfielder. It cost us 50 million. We tried to sell players, but we couldn't sell them. Oh, we just got a few loans through the door. That is because of the decisions that have been made on this project prior to this summer window. Okay. Those decisions have been made by moi and toi. Okay. Yeah. These two frauds on the screen. That's who's made the decisions. So if Arsenal find themselves in a position where they're restricted, they're limited, they can't spend money, yeah, they have to sell before they can buy, because that's where we're at right now, then it's because of the two guys on the screen. Two guys on the screen. And what does it mean? What was it for? What, just to finish seconds? Finish second back to back? You know? Is that what it was for? Because at the end of the day, if you've only finished seconds, if you finish second back to back, and then you hit this massive brick wall, bang, and it's like, oh shit, I can't continue to add 100 million pound players. I can't continue to add 70, 80 million pound players. Then what? Then what? Like, what do we do? Oh my God, it means it's a massive stumbling block, isn't it? It means that it's it could be detrimental to this season. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how Mikel Arteta manages it. Remember, we're going into a season where there's 2 additional games that's been added to our calendar. 2 additional games. And just to let you guys know, I told you guys yesterday, the Champions League format. You know, you start off against small teams and then you build up. No, actually, on Football Manager yesterday, new season, new fixtures, and they gave me Bayern Munich, Barcelona. They gave me top teams instantly, blood. The last team of the phases is the deadest team out of them all. The last team of the phases. So I've got to go through all of those games first before I actually get to the deadest team. And by the time I get to the deadest team, I could already be done out of the competition. It's going to be difficult. We've got 2 extra games added to the calendar because that's 8 fixtures that we have to play in the Champions League now. 8 fixtures, not 6. 8. Yeah, 8 before we get to the knockouts. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Mikel Arteta manages it, to see how many quality players we add to the team that can help us with those extra games. You know, are we gonna chuck away the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup because of those games? Because that's what we might do. No. There's no accepting that this season, mate. There's no accepting that this season, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. Listen, if you want to know, KSC will move at their own pace, not at the pace to meet fans' expectations, says Darth Vader. Yeah, no, I hear you at their own pace, but look, their pace is, I mean, they're active. They're not trying to stand still. They're not trying to be a top 4 team. I don't believe KSC want to be that team. I'm telling you now, they're not trying to do that, bro. They want to win major honors. They want to win major honors. They want to win major honors. I don't think KSC are trying to be at some top 4 standstill team. No. Bro, when's the group stages draw? I don't know, you know. I don't know. I think it's like towards the end of August or middle of August, around that time. But all I know, we're going to have 8 teams, 8 games, shall I say? 8 teams, 8 games. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be tricky, bro. It's like 2 Champions League games a month. I think you have a little break around December, but then even the games in December become thick and fast. We know what December's like. We saw what the fixture list looks like for us the other day. Yeah, we've got 6 games in December. Bearing in mind, we can also have an additional Carabao Cup game if we're on it. If we're really trying to do something in the Carabao Cup, then there will be an additional Carabao Cup game and potentially a Champions League game. So in December, you're looking at about 8 games. 8 games. I remember it was December where we flopped. We went to Fulham. That was in December, wasn't it? Yeah. We had to go to Dubai, recover. And that Dubai trip was amazing. Of course it was. But that moment and the Aston Villa moments were detrimental. That's what cost us ultimately, isn't it? Big up who's she in the building? Ain't no bid in the cups this year. If they don't bring a trophy, they can get out. Exactly. Big up my guy Zach, mate. We've got to keep the standards high this year, mate. High, very, very high. You know, no excuses, man. Everyone needs to be on the same page. And this is exactly what I've been waiting for. I have been waiting for everyone to be on the same page. We are finally here. We probably won't get people on the same page. You know, people are still like, you know, those content creators, you know, some of them go on AFTV, you know, they're just like, they're willing to give the manager, you know, the rest of their lifetime. You know, they don't want to see a Premier League. They don't want to see Champions League. You know what I mean? They're happy. They're happy with just seeing Mikel Arteta and his Lego head and Edu sitting there talking waffle. You know, they're happy with that. You know what I mean? No expectations, no standards. They always say they give you, oh, but we want to win the Premier League, but, and they give you shit. And they give you shit, and it's like, okay, I was actually following. I was actually following in your first sentence, and then you said but, and then you followed, and then you went into some next shit, and it's like, oh yeah, okay. literally. Anyway, let's move on. Man like Xavi Simons, ladies and gentlemen, as we do know, been linked with a move to Arsenal. He's been linked with a move to Arsenal for quite some time. The last reports that we were told about Xavi Simons is that he will be leaving PSG. PSG want to make it alone, but I think that Xavi Simons, and I think some other people believe, people that maybe speak to or spoken to representatives of Xavi, um, made me feel that he actually wants a permanent move away from PSG. With Mbappe leaving, I think that will inspire him to want to fully leave. I think that Mbappe being like the best player on the planet or one of the best players on the planet, the moment he leaves the football club, it's kind of like I think a lot of people are just going to be turned off by that, and they're not going to want to be at that football club. They'll lose players, and then players that were looking to join PSG maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, I've decided that yeah, not really fucking with PSG anymore. Where's Mbappe at? Where's he going? Yeah, Real Madrid. Let's see if we can get in there. Xavi Simons, though, the last time we heard, it was a loan. A loan. Arsenal were leading the race for Xavi Simons because they were willing to pay a loan. Now, if Arsenal are trying to do a loan, it doesn't make any sense to do a loan to not have an option or a mandatory buy in there. It has to be one or the other. It wouldn't make any sense for Arsenal to put money down on to put a loan bid down on the table without having that option. And then you've got Xavi that might reject going on a loan or only accepts on a loan if it comes with that option. The report that we got after that, which wasn't linked with Arsenal, it was just confirming what's going on with Xavi, suggested that PSG would want about 70 to 80 million pounds for Xavi Simons. 70 to 80 million pounds. Now we have this one published by Fabrizio Romano. He says Xavi Simons is taking his time to decide on his next club on loan, as PSG have no intentions to sell him this summer. Obviously, that was published on the 4th of June, so right at the beginning of this month. It says here, Bayern Munich, in addition to other clubs and RB Leipzig, all keen on signing Xavi. But he says here, and this is published this morning, Xavi Simons confirms, in his own words, I will decide my future after the Euros. Now, who is he going to join? Who is Xavi Simons going to be linking up with? Is that going to be Arsenal? Is that going to be Bayern Munich? Is he going to be staying at RB Leipzig? This is going to be a very, very interesting one, man. I want him to come to Arsenal. He's one of my favorite young players. We saw him playing yesterday. It wasn't the best of games, but he looked really good. Scored a goal. It was chalked off, due to incompetence of VAR. I still don't understand why it was chalked off. Like, when I actually think about it, I know there was a player offside, but the player that was offside didn't have no involvement in the build-up or the goal itself. Like, so I don't understand why. Because I always thought if the ball was played to the player that's offside, then it's offside. But the ball wasn't played to the player. The guy shot. He was in offside position. He moved. And he wasn't even distracting the goalkeeper, because I also thought it could have been that. But he wasn't. The goalkeeper had a clear view of the shot and they chalked it off. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there was some brown envelopes taking place yesterday. Obviously, there was English referees. Who was it? What's his name again? It's not Steve. It's not Stuart Atwell. Stuart Atwell was on VAR yesterday. Who was on the pitch again? Oh, what's that fraudulent's name again, man? Man City Don. He's a Man City Don. But yeah, fraudulent brown envelope gang at its finest yesterday. That's what I'm saying. It was the English officials. This is what I'm saying. And how long did it take? How long did it take for them to decide that it wasn't going to be a goal? How long? The commentators, in fact, the commentators assumed that it was taking so long that they're probably going to give it as a goal, that they couldn't find a way as to why it wasn't a goal. But yeah, incompetence, took about 5 minutes and then they chalked it off. Flipping frauds. Anthony Taylor, that's his name. Oh, Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor, bro, I can just take you into the ring and just give you 1 or 2 jabs in the face, bro. A couple uppercuts, headbutts, all of that. Knees, elbows, forearms, bro. I just break this guy's head, bro. This guy just doesn't deserve to be a referee. These guys are brand envelope gang FC. Yeah, they're disgusting creatures, blood. Disgusting creatures. VAR is a scam as well. VAR is a scam. VAR is a scam. It's a disgusting scam. Disgusting scam. That's how they are able to determine outcomes of games. That's all it is, bro. They determine the outcome of a game when they want to. Yeah, if things ain't going the way they want it to go, then they will make the outcome. Yeah, they will make that determination. That's exactly what VAR is all about. The game's ruined with VAR. Ruined. That goal we saw yesterday from Xavi Simons is all about those moments, you know. You know, football's all about those moments, bro. All, especially in the fucking Euros, bro. It's the Euros. Scrap VAR for the Euros, man. Scrap it, bro. Let man play football. But no, they can't scrap it. They can't scrap it because it's brown envelope gang. Let me scrap it. Brown envelope gang run the thing. Can't scrap that. It's absolutely disgusting, man. VAR is not a scam, in my opinion. It's brainless idiots using it. Well, the brainless idiots using it, they represent VAR. So VAR is a scam. It's a scam. The technology itself might not be, but the people that are using it are using it wrong. So, you know, they're the representation. They are literally the representation of VAR. Therefore, you are a scam. It's a scam. It's a whole rip-off. Whole rip-off. They're using the technology to rip us off. The same way they do it with phones and every other bit of technology they give us. Computers, laptops, all of that type of shit. Ripping us off. Ripping us off. Ripping us off, bruv. Scabbing us, literally. Pulling the wool over our eyes daily. Brown envelope gang. Oh, man. I believe VAR tied with gambling corps. 100. So I'm telling you. This is what I'm saying. When I'm saying it's a scam, it's not just the officials that are involved. It's the agenda behind VAR. It's the agenda, bro. Forget even the people that are controlling it. Forget the little stupid dons, the little Anthony Taylors and Stuart Atwells and flipping and Howard Webbs and all these frauds. Forget these dons. There's more to it, man. VAR is a proper scam, bro. Let the referee just do their thing. If referee make mistake, referee make mistake. Yeah, let us talk about that after. Give us more content to talk about. Even VAR does, but you know what I'm saying. Come on, man. If the referee makes the mistake, if the officials are blind, let them do it. You know what I mean? Let them do it. Yeah, big up Tobias in the building. Big up all the guys. Just let the 2-2 refs get punched up and they'll start making the right calls again. There you go, mate. There you go. But yeah, Xavi Simons anyway, man. To Arsenal, to whoever, I don't know. But it's a player that's definitely going to be leaving. And as Fabrizio Romano's confirmed, or he's confirmed, he will be letting us know who he will be joining after the Euros. We have the Euros finishes on the 14th, I think, the 14th of July. So we've got just over 2 weeks, 3 weeks before this competition is done. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who goes where and who comes to Arsenal. All right, let's move on. Who else we're talking about today? Of course, we're going to be talking about Viktor Gyökeres. I remember this as well. This is one of the reasons why I retweeted this. Arsenal increasingly confident they can get Mbappe deal done. Past 48 hours has boosted Wenger, and that was Charles Watts back in 2017. Remember that? Mbappe to Arsenal. Oh man, I remember that. And that's the first time I heard about him. I was like, who's this Brazilian young player? Who's this French young player? And obviously, I thought this guy's got to be sick because Arsene Wenger wants him. Done the eye test on him, and I thought, no, this guy is cold, absolutely cold. All right, West Ham and Nottingham Forest have made contact with Arsenal over a potential deal for Reece Nelson. Sources have told Football Insider. It is believed that Brighton are also interested as well. Arsenal value Nelson at 25 to 30 million. Delusion. So let's see if we actually even sell Reece Nelson. Another player that looks like he's going to be out the door is Lokonga. Sevilla and Arsenal are in talks over signing Sammy Lokonga on loan. On loan, bro. We can't even sell Sambi. We can't even sell him. We're going to give Sambi on loan. Sambi's going to keep running his contract down. Comes to the end of his contract, either we renew it so we can protect his value, or he just leaves for free. Protecting his value makes no sense because with Edu driving the ship, you generate no money. You get no money. All right, cool. No player sales. All right. Protect his value. Absolute bullshit, mate. I tell you. Absolute bullshit. Big up AFC always says, big up Wax. Eddie was at the Royal Oscar with his wife, obviously got bored trying to make sign-ins. Sack him. Exactly. He's at the Royal Oscar using the Marquinhos brand envelope money to bet on horses that didn't even win. Didn't even get in the top 5. Yeah. Yeah. Something Eddie would do. How are we here just building this mad character? Oh, we're literally building this mad character. Imagine Eddie was the kindest and coolest, and he probably is. But you know, we're having fun. We're having bants. We don't know Eddie, so we have to just we have to. Ah, man, all I know is Eddie's a part of the Brad Envelope gang. And it's Raul Sanelli's best boy. You know, that's the guy that told him how to take Brad envelopes. Be very disappointed if it's a loan. Yeah. It's going to be another loan. We'll probably put an option in there, but that option will be about 9 million. We're going to lose out on the Conga. We're going to lose out. We're losing out. There's no ROI. We paid 18.5 million for Lokonga. You really think we're getting more money for him? We're getting more money? You think someone's going to come along and pay us more than 18.5 million for Lokonga? You actually think anyone's going to come along and say, actually, we'll pay you the 18.5 million that you paid for him? No. Lokonga is Matteo Giendouzi money. If you're telling me you couldn't have got more money than you did for Matteo Giendouzi, then tell me you probably get half of that for Lokonga, bro. Half of that for Lokonga. Half of that. Like, do you see how the team works? We had Matteo Giendouzi before Arteta took over at Arsenal. Matteo Giendouzi was actually being labelled one of the most high-value players. Do you remember? Remember the gas. You remember the gas. Guys, take yourself back. Remember the gas. Before, even when Arteta was here, but we're talking about his early times. Matteo Giendouzi was labelled one of the most expensive wonder kids, young players on the planet. Remember that, right? Okay. Remember? You guys remember that? Oh, don't worry. When we want to sell Matteo Giendouzi, we're going to sell him for loads of money. We're going to sell him for loads. He's one of the most expensive wonder kids in France. Okay. Oh, sure thing, guys. Well, let's see. We see how that worked out. What happened is Matteo Giendouzi got banished. Mikel Arteta showed the world his hands. He showed them the cards. Like I said to you guys the other day, what he's done with Eddie, what he's done with Reece, what he's done with Ramsdale, what he's done with all the ESI, he's done it with all the players. He showed the world his hands. Even worse with Matteo Giendouzi, to the point where you fully banished the guy. You played him. You made it look like to the world that you were punishing him and there was going to be a chance for him to play, but you banished him. You banished him. And what you've done, effectively, is with the way you managed that situation, with the way you handled that situation with Matteo Giendouzi, you effectively decreased the value of the player. Okay? Yeah? People not understanding how this shit works. You instantly decreased the value of the player just by managing it the way you managed it. And that's the reason why a player that was labeled one of the most expensive wonder kids whilst at Arsenal got sold for about 10 million. Okay? The same thing is going to happen. The same thing is going to happen with ESR, Eddie and Nketiah, and all of those players as well, because we have mismanaged the situation. You know them way there. It's crazy. We're going to lose out, man. We're going to lose out. Edu destroying us. Well, this is the last summer. Man. Oh, he had a huge potential for a big sale. Chouameni, Camavinga, and Giendouzi all have similar market value back then. Exactly. You remember that? But we basically mismanaged the situation, which basically decreased the value of the player. And because everybody knew that the player wanted out and the manager didn't want the player, it was easy to take him on loan and then sign him for 10 million at the end of that. That's a fucking violation. It's a big slap in your face. Like, you're a mug. You're a mug. And they've done the same thing with Ramsdale. People actually sit here and think we're going to get 50 million for Ramsdale or anywhere near 50 million. We'll probably just about break even for Ramsdale just because he's English, he's a good goalie, and people and people, there are people that always need a good goalie, right? But that's probably the only reason. We're finished, man. We're finished. These guys don't know how to manage things. Any news on Gyökeres? Yes, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We are just literally touched the first hour. Well, I said the first hour that we're gonna be here for multiple hours. No, that's not gonna be the case. I've got a barber appointment in a minute. Well, not in a minute, but in about 2 hours. So, got to fly to the barbers. We're moving on to Viktor Gyökeres, though. We are moving on to Viktor Gyökeres. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Giendouzi about to join Villa after all of that. Exactly. And who's going to make the money? Who's going to make the ROI? Who's going to make the ROI? You understand? Marseille are going to make the ROI. Or not even Marseille, Lazio. He's at Lazio now. Right, he's gone to he went to Marseille, then to Lazio. Lazio are going to make the money. How much did Matteo Guendouzi get sold to Lazio for? Hold on. I can't even remember. Um, 18 million. 18 million. So I know it's not a lot. It's not a lot. 18 million euros, 15 million pounds. There you go. It's not a lot, but it's still profit on what you paid on the player. Do you get it? Like, it's still profit. Like, they paid like 8 million. It's like 8 million pounds they paid. It was like 10 million euros, 8 million pounds they paid for Matteo Guendouzi. Had him for a year. They sold him for 15 million. So they doubled up. They nearly almost doubled up on their money for Matteo Guendouzi. And then Lazio were on the verge of trying to sell him to Aston Villa. Not too sure what the figures are looking like, but I can only assume it's going to be about 30 million, something to double up what they paid for, which is 15 mil. Let's just see what I just want to see what the price tag is. It has says that Aston Villa have opened up talks with Matteo Guendouzi. This was on the 15th of June. So on the 12th of June and the 15th, 12th, 13th, and 14th of June, reports are suggesting that Aston Villa have opened talks to sign Matteo Guendouzi. I just want to see if there's any fee. Is there any like figures that are being spoken about? I just want to see if there's a fee. 30 million. Yeah, there you go. I thought so. I thought so. 30 million pounds for Matteo Guendouzi. There you go. I swear Edu Cedric was dodgy deal, never use him, and just loan same as Sambi. Swear all this is backhanders. That's what I'm saying. There is no fucking joke here. There's no coincidence here, man. Lukonga was probably one of those brown envelope deals as well. Company was in on it. They done it with Company. Come on, man. Fucking scummy, man. When you know you run an operation where you are calling the shots and the owners are sitting over there in fucking Kansas or wherever they are in America, in LA or wherever they sit, you know, they're not scrutinizing you. They're not really giving you pressure. Then you find a way. You're like, oh, really? So all I do is chat with the CFO, chat with Richard Garlick, and they just give me a budget. Okay. Let me phone Raul Sinelli. Raul, there you go. Brown envelope gang. Brown envelope gang. It's literally, that's it. That's how these fucking guys are thinking. At the same time, they want to improve the squad. At the same time, they want to, sign players that are going to be improvements on what we're doing. But I'm telling you, there are deals that we're looking at, and we're not looking at them because they're improvements, or we're looking at them because they're going to benefit us. No, they're going to benefit Edu's pocket, and they're going to benefit the sporting director of the other club's pocket, or they're going to benefit the football club like fucking Sao Paulo that generate no peas. They probably generate about 500 grand a year. No, that's probably taking a piss, money more than that, obviously. But you know what I mean. For them out of nowhere to be given 3 million, they're like, what? Sao Paulo. Probably didn't even get put on their books. Imagine that. Probably didn't get put on their books. They probably said, no, we're never going to put this on the books because the Brazilian government are going to come along and give us mad tax. So what we'll do is we'll put this 3 million directly into an offshore account and we'll split that with Edu. Yeah, we'll split that with Edu on a later date. Yeah, Eddie, don't worry, bro. Give us 3 months, man. We'll wire you that piece, blood. I wonder why we saw this Don at the Royal Ascot. Yeah, he's there with that wired brown envelope money. Bloody fraud. Marseille and Lazio made 10 million each off Giendouzi. Arsenal. Marquinhos, Turner, Trusty, none of these were serious signings. And Edu backhanders. Oh my God, there's so many names to mention. But the thing is, I don't think the American ones would be backhanders. I wouldn't deem them as backhanders. What I think the American ones were more or less was a commercial move. It was a commercial marketing move. That's what it was. It was a commercial marketing move, but on a player sell basis. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we're gonna get so many more eyes. We're gonna get so much more investment, and it could be financial investment. It could be various different types of investment, just because we're signing Matt Turner and Austin Trusty. And obviously, we do want to build up those allegiances with the likes of the Americans, because our owner's American as well. One thing that they're going to start pushing for, we're going to start pushing for, guys. And this is how the money is going to come. This is how teams are going to get paid big money. Yeah. So top 6 teams, and I'm not too sure how true this is or when this is going to be implemented. Yeah. But top 6 teams are going to have to play one of their big games once a season in America. So like they have to choose a game at the beginning of the season. Like Arsenal have to choose like their Man City game. One of their Man City games or one of their Liverpool games are going to have to be played in America at the SoFi Stadium. Yeah, that's what they're going to start implementing, for those that don't know. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But it's another, the reason they're doing that, or the reason they're looking to do that, is because it's another form of sponsorship. It's another way of making extra revenue. So if I decide that, all right, cool, this game, my game against Man City, we're gonna play this in SoFi Stadium in America, in Los Angeles, and we're gonna charge this, bro. The Americans will pay anything. Do you understand the amount of money that you're gonna make through that game alone? Being the biggest Premier League game, more or less, of our season, being played in America, is going to generate astronomical money. Yeah, more money than that game would have generated being played at the Emirates Stadium or being played at the Etihad. Do you understand? That's what they're going to do. But they're not just doing it for Arsenal. They're going to do it for all top 6 clubs. So Man City are going to have to choose a team. Arsenal are going to choose a team, or I don't know how it's going to work, but they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they're going to do that. So there's going to be one big game a season for all top 6 clubs in America. They want the bag. They want the money. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's about now, bro. But when I was reading the report, I'm pretty sure they're looking just for the one game. Just for the one game, they're looking at about 200 to 300 million just for the one game. How are you going to say no to that, bro? You Americans, bruv, you're about to get rinsed. The tickets are gonna be crazy. I feel sorry for you Americans. Big up all my Americans, man. Big up all my Canadians as well. Big up all the guys that are on that side of the planet, of course. Come on, man. You man are gonna get rinsed. You know they rinse you every summer anyway. Arsenal love to come to America and rinse you, man, in the summer. Rinse you, man. $500 for dead tickets. But that man are charging you like $700 for some dead tickets, but you can't even see the game. But you're so so high up, you can't even see the game. You don't even know if it's Saka or Eddie on the ball. And you just paid $750 for that ticket, blood. Plus the hamburgers, plus the drinks and everything else that comes with it. Nah. Oh, yeah, them man destroys man over there, boy. America's not a joke. That's an evil laugh, Wax. Oh man, America's not a joke. They will rinse you, man, for this team. One-off games, one-off games. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Last topic of discussion is gonna be Dusan Vlahovic. Look at that. Viktor Gyökeres. Hey, I know everyone's been waiting for this one. Viktor Gyökeres, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is so mad because this has come out of nowhere. We shared the initial report yesterday. Let me just see what the initial report was telling us yesterday. So the initial report told us yesterday. Where is it? Where is it? I'll quickly just read it just to refresh our memories. Where is it, man? All right, cool. So the initial report yesterday that we read basically stated that Viktor Gyökeres is very close to joining Arsenal. Only financial details remain. We were trying to understand what those details were. Is it the fee or is it the contract? But it also says here that the deal is now very advanced. Very advanced. The deal is expected to be done by the end of the month. Now, I'm like, this is wild. This is like, man just come out there and just went bang, bang, bang. Here you go. Who wants it? Like, what? What? Really? Is that what Arsenal were on? Like, out of nowhere, you're telling man that this is what's happening. So, look, the actual person that's put this information out there is a fraudulent. They're fraudulent. They're fraudulent at this point because they haven't proved anything yet, right? They're fraudulent. I've actually seen that they've gained about 200 to 300 followers within the last 24 hours. So this could be some sort of clickbait, trying to gain traction online, trying to get eyes on their channel. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's what we were told yesterday. But now we've got more reports. We've got more updates on this Viktor Gyökeres situation. And what this one's saying now is, where are we? Where are we? So another one I saw yesterday is Arsenal are only details away from wrapping up the Viktor Gyökeres deal. That was published by Team Talk. That was yesterday. Then I got one today. Is it today? No, last night. This is last night, 17 hours ago. And it's published by the same publication. These are people in Portugal. This is a publication in Portugal. And what they're saying is Arsenal will not pay the release clause of the 100 million for Viktor Gyökeres. Allegedly, an agreement has been reached at 90 million euros, which works out to be about 83 million pounds, with the club, with the football club. So Arsenal have actually agreed a fee with the club. That's what it's telling us now. Arsenal have agreed a fee, 90 million euros. And then it includes variables related to goals and participation in the Champions League. And then the deal can actually reach 120 million euros. So that is exactly what it's saying. That's exactly what it's saying. Allegedly. Massive PR word if deal falls flat. That has to be the coldest celebration today. 110%. That is a proper cold celebration. I can't lie. 75 million pounds. If they said the deal is to, if the deal to be completed at the start of July, I would have believed this story. But because it's said by the end of the month, I think it's fake. Talks Gyökeres looking 80 to 90 million and add-ons that could rise to 110 to 120. Exactly. And that is what it's basically saying. Now, I don't know how true this all is, man. We do know we've been heavily linked with this player for ages. But I don't know how true this all is, man. Is Arsenal seriously getting this one done? Will Viktor Gyökeres become an Arsenal player? Will this be the first summer signing? Will this be the first summer signing? I want it to be. I definitely want it to be, ladies and gentlemen. What's the time? Oh, it's coming to 1 o'clock. I need to get myself ready and shoot off. The weather is absolutely terrible today. I don't know why, man. I don't know why, bro. Damn, it's gray outside. Yesterday was mad hot. Today is gray, bro. Fully gray, like proper cloudy. All right, let me run through some comments and then we are out of here. Make sure you hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn the notification bells on. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. That link can be found in the description. I need you guys to subscribe to that channel right now. Subscribe to it. We're going to have new videos dropping this evening, tomorrow. New videos, new content. Or no, maybe not this evening. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll have some next videos dropping on that channel for the week as well. We'll try and pattern a few videos for the week. So make sure you guys go and subscribe. Wax Unfiltered, link down below. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. This is Wax Online. This is where we talk football. My fraudulent club could never do this deal. I did say the same about Aubameyang, though. Interesting. I ain't counting on Gyökeres to be. He got to be in that shirt. Okay. Big up Anthony's Decisions Master in the building. Good to see you here, brother. Big up Rizzo. He says that doesn't sound like something Arsenal will do. The price alone should tell you. I mean, we have like obviously over the past couple of years we've been spending big money, but it doesn't make sense to me that we are going to spend big money this season if Edu can't deliver on the ROI on player sales. We need player sales. We need player sales. We have to get player sales. Like, and looking at the players, I don't know, man. Finesse Sporting with those type of clauses. Play Havertz up front in Champions League and Viktor in the Prem. Why haven't Fabrizio Romano and David Einstein reported this yet? If it's true, I know you could say that David is probably waiting on the goal line, but then so would Fabrizio Romano. However, Fabrizio Romano would still give you a little some sort of gaslight, a little bit of gaslighting here and there. It's interesting that you say that. This is the reason why I say take it with a pinch of salt, but you know, you never know. Is it happening? Is Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal happening, ladies and gentlemen? Is this a deal that Mikel Arteta will get done? Is this a deal that we believe Edu can get done? They're the tapping merchants. This is the reason why I do like looking at and reading the little guys, you know, reading their stories. Because there's got to be information. If Arsenal are really trying to sign a player, then there must be some sort of information about that signing somewhere. Someone has something. Someone has something. You know what I mean? But you're right, man. Fabrizio Romano hasn't mentioned anything, even though he's up for the gaslighting, even though he's up for a bit of clickbait. It's interesting that he hasn't mentioned this. Let me quickly switch over to one thing I haven't done this morning is look at Edu's Instagram. Where are you, Edu? Where are you, Edu? Has he got another story up? Has he got another story up? No, no. I thought you would have another picture up of him holding some cash from his winnings at the Royal Ascot yesterday, perhaps. I don't know. Clearly not. Clearly not. Who do I want to check? I did want to check for Fabrizio Romano, didn't I? Okay, let's just switch over here. We'll run through these notifications. All these people I've got on for notification. Everton confirm they've signed with a young player. Look at that. Everton confirmed signing this young player. You know how much they signed him for? Sure, it's about 15 to 20 million. Never heard of the young player before, but that's what Aston Villa do. That's what Unai Emery does. He gives young players minutes. How many games has this young player been given? How many games has this young player really been given? Unai Emery gave him minutes. Oh, he's 20 years old. Unai Emery played him 9 times in the Premier League. This season, he played 3 times in the Premier League last season. And he went on loan to QPR in that space of time as well. So, yeah, and now he's being sold for about 20 million. There you go. Goes to show you that, when you've got a competent sporting director and a manager that actually gives young players minutes so they can, demonstrate how qualified they are, then, it goes hand in hand and allows you to sell players. You can sell players. You can start valuing them, properly, not the way they're doing. Their man are doing it anyway. Crystal Palace number 1 target to replace Michael Olise is Arsenal winger Reece Nelson. As we do know, the Gunners want a minimum £20 million for the homegrown talent. However, Crystal Palace are set to face competition from other Premier League clubs, which could help Arsenal drive up the price. I mean, that could help Arsenal drive up the price. But I don't think the price will go up that much. 15 million max, 15 million. They only want to offer 10 million so far. We've got Atletico Madrid are moving on the final stages of robbing Leon Normand. Just fucking don't even know what I'm talking about there. Arsenal could suffer further disappointment as Borussia Dortmund make approach to sign top target. That's 30. I think that's 30 Kadioglu. 30 Kadioglu. That bid was rejected, by the way. We had another bid yesterday launched for 30 Kadioglu. Yeah, that bid's rejected. Yeah, that bid got rejected. Here's another one. Arthur Nkonku, farewell message to Arsenal. Another young player that's leaving after 8 years at the club. He actually got player of the season for, I can't remember who he went on loan to, but I do know they got promoted and they're now in League One. So he's probably going to go and sign for them. He's going to be their number 1 goalie. Arsenal couldn't get no money off of him. They couldn't do nothing with him. Big up him. Amari Kellerman. This is that Amari Kellerman done. Going to Chelsea. 19 mil. What else we got going on here? Oh, it's only 9 mil. 9 mil for this young player. There you go. That's Eddie Nketiah money right there. He's rather paying 9 mil for these dons. You think they're going to pay anything more for Eddie Nketiah? You ain't get. Oh, man. I think we are real delusional with that if we think that's going to be the case. I think that's about it, to be quite fair. No real news coming up right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves so far. It's been a lovely stream. Coming up to the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. We usually do this on a Monday, 1 hour and 30 minutes, and obviously on a weekend as well. But usually it's a straight up hour. But, we love to spend time in the gang, waffling away, talking football. Gyökeres is coming. Let's hope so. No, did he? Gyökeres is coming. No, did he? Let's hope it's like an AFC Bell and Thomas Partey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's hope. Because that's what it might be. With this Viktor Gyökeres thing, that's what it might be. Yep, I'm done. Spare me 1 sec, babe. That's exactly what it might be. Let's hope so, man, because I want to see Viktor Gyökeres. I want to see him come to Arsenal, brother. He needs to come to. It looks like it's gonna pour down with rain, man. Big up Wax and everyone in the building. Big up all the guys that are watching. I'm gonna wrap this up now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit up the like button, do subscribe, all of that type of stuff. We will be back again tomorrow, 11:30 in the morning, as usual. So make sure you're there. And yeah, make sure you enjoy your Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, whatever. Saturday morning. I know it might be morning for some of the guys. I don't know. But yeah, enjoy wherever you're watching from. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Peace.